While the world watches Taiwan and Ukraine, another battlefield is emerging, quietly, strategically, in East Africa. This isn't just about diplomacy or trade, it's a silent Cold War, playing out on Somali soil. Somalia, a nation located on the strategic Horn of Africa, finds itself in a position of immense geopolitical importance. Its geographical location places it right next to the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, a narrow but vital waterway. This proximity isn't just a matter of cartography, it's a key factor shaping Somalia's destiny and attracting global interest. The country's long coastline, bordering the Indian Ocean, further amplifies its strategic significance, making it a focal point for international trade, security concerns, and resource exploration. For centuries, Somalia has been at the crossroads of civilizations, a meeting point for diverse cultures and a crucial link in maritime trade routes. This narrow passage, the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, is far more than just a strip of water separating continents. It is, in fact, one of the most critical shipping routes in the entire world, acting as a crucial artery that links the Red Sea to the vast expanse of the Indian Ocean. Imagine a global highway where ships from all corners of the earth converge, carrying goods and resources that fuel economies and connect societies. The strait serves as a maritime gateway, facilitating the smooth flow of commerce between Europe, Asia, and Africa. Its strategic importance cannot be overstated, as any disruption to this vital waterway could have far-reaching consequences for global trade and stability. Each year, an astounding amount of wealth measured in billions of dollars in oil and a vast array of goods passes through these waters. From crude oil-powering industries to manufactured products filling shelves, the Bab el-Mandeb Strait is a conduit for global commerce. The sheer volume of trade that transits this waterway underscores its importance to the world economy. Any obstruction or instability in this region could trigger significant economic repercussions, impacting everything from energy prices to consumer goods. The smooth and secure passage of ships through the strait is therefore of paramount importance to global economic stability. Whoever exerts influence over Somalia gains the ability to monitor and potentially even control this strategic choke point. This is a reality that hasn't gone unnoticed by major global powers. The ability to oversee the Bab el-Mandeb Strait translates to significant leverage in international affairs, allowing a nation to project power, safeguard its economic interests, and influence the flow of trade. This strategic advantage explains the intense interest and involvement of various countries in the region, each vying for influence and seeking to secure their own objectives. The control of such a vital waterway is a prize worth pursuing, making Somalia a key player in the geopolitical landscape. But the strategic importance of Somalia extends far beyond its control of a vital shipping lane. There's another, potentially even more lucrative dimension to the story. Somalia may hold over 100 billion barrels of oil beneath its coastline, a vast and largely untapped resource that has the potential to transform the country into a major energy producer. This immense reserve positions Somalia as a sleeping energy giant, a nation poised to play a significant role in the global energy market. The discovery and exploitation of these oil reserves could bring unprecedented wealth and development to Somalia, but it also carries the risk of increased competition and potential conflict. The promise of such vast resources has already attracted the attention of international energy companies and geopolitical actors, further intensifying the stakes in this already complex region. When you add in the untapped reserves of natural gas, a wealth of other valuable minerals, and a young, rapidly growing population eager for opportunities, Somalia becomes an incredibly high-stakes prize. The country's potential extends far beyond just oil. It possesses a diverse range of resources that could fuel economic growth and improve the lives of its citizens. However, realizing this potential requires stability, investment, and effective governance. The combination of natural resources and human capital makes Somalia a nation with immense promise, but also one that faces significant challenges in navigating the complexities of its geopolitical environment. The competition for influence in Somalia is fierce, with various global powers vying for access to its resources and strategic advantages. China, the United States, and the European Union, among others, are all actively engaged in the region, pursuing their own interests and seeking to build relationships with the Somali government and its people. This international involvement brings both opportunities and challenges for Somalia, as it navigates the complex web of global politics and seeks to chart its own course towards stability and prosperity. The future of Somalia will depend on its ability to leverage its strategic assets, manage its resources effectively, and forge partnerships that benefit its people. For well over a decade, China has been strategically investing heavily in Africa, marking a significant shift in the continent's economic landscape. This isn't just about isolated projects, it's a comprehensive, multifaceted approach aimed at reshaping infrastructure and fostering deeper economic ties. From bustling city centers to remote rural areas, the impact of Chinese investment is becoming increasingly visible. We're seeing a transformation unfold, brick by brick, road by road, across the African continent. The cornerstone of this engagement is the Belt and Road Initiative, a massive global infrastructure development strategy adopted by the Chinese government. Through this initiative, China has been diligently building roads, modernizing ports, and establishing advanced telecom networks across Africa. Somalia, with its strategic location, has become a focal point, witnessing a surge in infrastructure development. These projects are not just about improving connectivity, they're about creating new economic opportunities and solidifying China's presence in the region. The initiative promises to unlock the economic potential of the region, but also raises questions about long-term implications. Beijing's influence extends beyond Somalia, deepening ties with its neighbors, most notably Djibouti. Here, China has established its first overseas military base, a move that underscores its growing global ambitions and its commitment to protecting its investments in the region. This base serves as a strategic foothold, allowing China to project its power and influence across the Horn of Africa and beyond. The presence of the base has sparked both interest and concern, raising questions about the balance of power in the region and the potential for increased military competition. And it's not just about physical infrastructure. China is also actively involved in funding and deploying digital surveillance systems, negotiating fishing deals, and investing in port projects in various Somali regions. This multifaceted approach reveals a broader strategy that encompasses not only economic development but also security and resource management. The implications of these activities are far-reaching, potentially impacting everything from data privacy to maritime security and the sustainable management of natural resources. These deals are often complex and opaque, raising concerns about transparency and accountability. The ultimate goal? The overarching objective is to secure long-term influence and gain preferential access to key trade corridors that crisscross the region. These strategic waterways are vital arteries of global commerce, and control over them translates into significant economic and geopolitical leverage. By establishing a strong presence in the Horn of Africa, China aims to safeguard its trade routes, secure access to vital resources, and project its power across the Indian Ocean. This ambition is not without its challenges, as China navigates complex political landscapes and competing interests in the region. The implications of China's growing influence in Somalia and the broader Horn of Africa are profound and multifaceted, shaping the region's economic, political, and security landscape for years to come. As China continues to expand its footprint, the region stands at a crossroads, facing both opportunities and challenges in navigating this evolving geopolitical dynamic. The United States isn't staying quiet. The situation in Somalia has captured the attention of policymakers in Washington, and a multifaceted approach is being implemented to address the growing concerns. This involves not only military action but also diplomatic engagement and strategic alliances. The U.S. is determined to play a significant role in shaping the future of the region. Washington has reactivated military operations in Somalia, re-establishing troops and drone bases. This move signifies a renewed commitment to combating terrorism and stabilizing the region. After a period of reduced presence, the U.S. military is back on the ground, working alongside local forces to counter the threat posed by extremist groups. The re-establishment of drone bases provides crucial intelligence and surveillance capabilities, enabling targeted operations against terrorist targets. Its main focus, fighting al-Shabaab, a terrorist group, but the strategic location is impossible to ignore. Al-Shabaab's presence in Somalia poses a direct threat to regional stability and international security. The group's activities extend beyond Somalia's borders, impacting neighboring countries and potentially reaching further afield. Somalia's location on the Horn of Africa makes it a strategically important region, with access to vital shipping lanes and trade routes. This makes the fight against al-Shabaab not just a matter of counterterrorism, but also a geopolitical imperative. The US is also working on diplomatic efforts, backing the Somali federal government and forming security alliances in the region. Recognizing that military action alone cannot solve the complex challenges in Somalia, the US is actively engaged in diplomatic initiatives to support the Somali government and promote political stability. This includes providing financial assistance, technical expertise, and diplomatic support to strengthen governance and institutions. Furthermore, the US is forging security alliances with regional partners to enhance counterterrorism capabilities and promote collective security. It's not just about counterterrorism, it's also about countering China's expanding influence. The US sees Somalia as a key battleground in the broader competition with China for influence in Africa. China's growing economic and political presence on the continent has raised concerns in Washington, and the US is determined to maintain its strategic advantage. By strengthening its ties with Somalia and other African nations, the US aims to counter China's efforts to expand its footprint and project its power in the region. The US Secretary of State's visit to Africa underscores the importance the US places on its relationship with the continent. The US is committed to working with African partners to address shared challenges, including terrorism, poverty, and climate change. The presence of African Union troops alongside US forces symbolizes the spirit of cooperation and partnership that is essential for achieving lasting peace and stability in the region. Al-Shabaab news headlines serve as a constant reminder of the persistent threat posed by the terrorist group. Despite ongoing efforts to combat its influence, Al-Shabaab continues to carry out attacks and destabilize the region. The group's resilience and adaptability require a sustained and comprehensive approach to counter its activities. The US and its partners remain committed to working together to defeat Al-Shabaab and create a more secure and prosperous future for Somalia. As these two superpowers compete, the Somali people are caught in the middle. Both sides promise investment and development, but Somalia remains unstable, with fragile governance and regional disputes. There's growing concern that Somalia could become a proxy battleground, just like during the Cold War era. If this rivalry escalates, it could threaten Somalia's sovereignty, divide its regions, and risk foreign-backed conflicts. Somalia now stands at a crossroads. Will it gain from global interest, or fall victim to it? Can the Somali government leverage these powers for real development, or will the competition spiral into new instability? One thing is certain. In the shadow of global superpowers, Somalia's future is more strategic than ever. Thanks for watching. If you want to stay updated on global power moves and hidden stories like this, subscribe now and turn on the bell icon.